Hey everybody, Crystal Gamer here with a new tutorial video by request. This one came from someone who watched one of my previous tutorials on searching the gallery, and what she wanted to know was about reusing a family or a sim along with their characteristics in a new life in a new game. So we're going to look at how to do that, and we're going to talk about the merge and replace options in CAS as well, which get into that. So yeah, so let's get right on into it. So we have a couple here, a couple of Sims that are vacuuming furiously. That's interesting. In any case, they have some characteristics. So this is Pixie and Glenn, and they actually not only have some characteristics, they have some other things. So I just want to look at what they have, and we're going to save them, and we're going to see what retains and what doesn't, right? So she's got a little bit of fame, which is worth noting. She has some lifestyles, she has her traits, and she has some skills, some of which, like the piano, are very, very high. So, and then he has some skills as well. I'm trying to think, what were his high skills? Oh, he does media production. He's got some mixology that's kind of up there. Fishing is up there. So he has a few different skills. He does not have fame. Oh, where's my fame thing? He doesn't have fame, but he has an extra trait that he got. He has lifestyles, and he has a little bit of green on the reputation. So that's who these two are. So I'm going to go into CAS and save them to my library is what we're going to do. So I'm modifying in CAS, and I'm actually praying right now that that option is available when you don't have any cheats installed, because I am playing with my cheats at the moment. I always play with my cheats, actually. Update: if you do not have cheats installed, how you can get into CAS is by going to plan outfits from a dresser, and that will take you into CAS, and you can save your sim from there. I am going to save these two to my library. So they are now saved in my library. Now what I'm going to do is I am going to get out of this game, go into a brand new game, and use them in the new game. All right, so now I have just started a brand spanking new clean game, and we know that this is how it comes up. Do you want to create a story? We're going to say no thanks to the story. So we get an automatically generated sim. Now there are a couple of options down here that the person who requested this tutorial asked about, and that was the merge and replace. She didn't want to merge or replace her game, but she wants to use Sims that she's used in other games. Now we just used our Sims, or saved our Sims that we had in the other game. So if I go to my library, I can see that the two Sims that I saved are right here. So all I have to do is do exactly what I've just done. Just go to my library, look at the Sims that I've saved, and then click place household. When I do that, it comes up and it asks me, do I want to merge or do I want to replace? This is not asking if you want to merge or replace your old game or anything like that. It's asking what you want to do with this household in particular. Now I'm looking at some guy that the Sims game generated, and I don't want him, so I am just going to replace him with my two Sims. So I'm going to click replace and say yes. And there we go. He goes away and my two Sims come in. So here they are. Now, if I want to add another sim, she also asked about, can I add just one from, say, a family versus several from a family? So say we have another one that we want to add. Let me find another. So, okay, so I have this couple here. Say I want to add Joe, but I don't want to add the girl. If I click on this, again, it's going to ask me merge or replace. Now, I got here this time, if you noticed, I got here by clicking the button below here and then add sim from gallery. You can go in this way, or you can go in with your open the gallery button here. Either way takes you to the same spot, and you can just go to your library or to the gallery, wherever you want to go, pick the Sims that you want. Now I want to add Joe in, and so I'm going to click on this. It'll ask me merge or replace. Now the one thing with this that you have to know is, if you have, like, however many you have, at least this is my experience. If someone knows different, please let me know below down in the comments. But however many you have to put them in your household initially. So she asked, what if I just want to use one member of the household? So I just want to use Joe in this instance. I don't want to use the girl. I still have to tell it to this time to merge because I want my other two Sims to stay in place. I do not want them to be replaced. So I want these two Sims to merge with my existing household. So I'm going to merge them in, but I only want Joe. And now it's added Joe here and it's added Kristen. I don't want Kristen. Very easy. I just click on her. Here's the X right here. Delete this Sim. Click yes. Caution, it warns me. I say I want to delete the Sim. Now I have 3 members to this household right here. I have Pixie, Glenn, and Joe. And if I want, I can save this household to my library at this point. But I have a new household and I've only used Joe. Now, where the little snag comes in is if you have a family on the gallery with 8 people or 8 people and pets, you cannot merge with existing members. You have to start with that family of 8 and then get rid of whoever you don't want to have in that family. So the little X button on whoever you don't want in all 8, and then you have to merge others in. And I really hope that makes sense. So if you're building a new Sim, you build the new Sim and say you want it part of, say, 7 of the 8 or something, you have to start with the 8 and merge in the new Sim. You can't merge in 8 Sims onto pretty much anything because you can only have 8 maximum. So, all right. So there we go. Now I'm actually going to get rid of Joe because I don't care about him. We just looked at Pixie and Glenn, and now we're going to add them in this game and see what kind of things they have, if anything, carried over with them. Okay, so I have moved them to an empty lot in Willow Creek, and we're just going to take a look at them and see what came over. So her traits came over, and his traits plus the additional trait he had gained from doing things. Also, his lifestyles came over, and his public image came over. And same thing with her. You're going to see the same thing on her. Here's her lifestyles. Here's her public image, including her fame. And when we look at the skills, all the skills stuff came over. Let's go the other way. There's her piano at 10 and all of these other skills here. So, and his skills as well. So this way here, this way you know what will come over with them. So it's quite a bit. Now, the one thing that does not come over is their inventory. So they both had stuff in their inventory. Neither one of them will have any stuff in their inventory. But most of who they are comes over if that's where you save them. So if you're building new Sims, like if you want to start new games where the Sims don't have any skills or anything like that, you want to start them from scratch, save them before you build up their skills and stuff. If you want to retain all the skills, the public image, all of that stuff, save them after you build all of that stuff, and then you can use it in other games. And of course, if you want to get rid of skills or add skills and all of that, there are cheats out there. I highly recommend the MC Command Center by Deaderpool for all of that stuff. You can manipulate all kinds of things with Sims. So I think that covers merge and replace. I hope I did a good enough job and was clear enough. If I wasn't, if you have any questions, please do ask below in the comments. And if this was helpful, definitely hit that like button, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. It really helps out the channel. And thank you all for spending the time with me today. I hope to see you all back again next time. Bye now.